Okay, we're back for another beer review. This time something quite special. Showed up at the NSLC. A few bottles of this anyway. Pretty expensive beer at $15.99 after taxes. This is the Winter Beard from Muskoka Brewing. It's their double chocolate cranberry stout. Sits at 8% alcohol by volume. And let's see what it says on the back here. Muskoka are out of, isn't it Bracebridge? Yes, Bracebridge, Ontario. So it's pretty interesting. This is sort of the creme de la creme of the Ontario stuff that showed up recently in the NSLC. Whole little mini batch of stuff showed up. So very interesting, very rare, and very nice change. See what it says on the back here. What could be more reminiscent of a frigid northern winter than an insulating beard and a warming Muskoka seasonal brew? Our double chocolate cranberry stout is a blah 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 blah. 70% dark chocolate. Let's see what it says. Roasted dark chocolate malts, real cocoa, 70% dark chocolate, freshly harvested local cranberries. Higher alcohol content, beer not included. Okay, so it's pretty special looking. It's got a, you can see here, it's got the cork and cage kind of dealy going on. This is on the big fancy box that came in here. Not only does it say it's been cellar aged for 1 year. Vintage brew. Apparently, Muskoka does some dodgy things with some vintages of this, where the ones that didn't sell, I guess they took back and aged and resold them. And essentially, what they're doing is they're trying to milk some extra money out of people. But whatever. Anything else interesting on the old box here? Serves best at 10 degrees. Voted best new December beer release by ratebeer.com, although they don't say what year. Because this beer can be further aged for up to 2 years, you may want to consider picking up 2 bottles, one to enjoy now, one to enjoy down the road. This way you can compare the bullshit. Oh, here's the funny thing. It says, very proud, 94 on Rate Beer. I did not go to Rate Beer to check what the current rating is for this, but I mean, why would you put that on your fucking box? Who are you fooling? I really want to know. I mean, getting an award for some year and declaring that on your box is one thing, but a Rate Beer award? I don't think so. A Rate Beer score, it fluctuates. One day it could be a 94, the next day it could be an 84. I mean, I'm sure they don't fluctuate quite that drastically, but I mean, it seems kind of stupid to me, but whatever. I'm sure it draws in some suckers, so whatever. More power to them, I guess. But I don't like that sort of wishy-washy dishonesty and, okay, I'm gonna try to get this fucking cork out here. See how easy it comes out. Taking a little leap of faith here that the damn thing doesn't explode on me. Oh, cork seems to be coming out pretty easy. I spoke too soon. Oh no, there we go. And it doesn't seem to be bubbling up, so that's good. Alright. That should be sufficient for now. So that's a nice picture. Looks like the albino rhino, doesn't it? I'm sure that joke's already been made at some point. So looking at it, she's pretty dark. I get some ruby highlights putting up to the light. It's got a sort of a tan head, khaki head, somewhere along those lines. Right to the aroma. Mm. I have this at basically room temperature, by the way. Oh, I'm getting a nice sweet chocolate smell. Getting a dark fruity kind of note. A little bit of cranberry. Sort of like, it's not incredibly strong, but there is sort of like a cranberry tartness in there. Mm. Maybe a little bit of a roasty quality as well. Mmm. Smells good. So we'll go right to the taste. Cheers. Not getting any of the alcohol in the aroma, by the way. Up front, it's all the malt. It is a bit lighter in body than I expected. Of course, it has been aged for a year before they even released the damn thing. So, and from what I understand, the Rhino tells me this is probably the 2012 version. I think they don't date their bottles, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. Unless they put it on the cork. I didn't check the cork. Muskoka. No. Unless there's some sort of obscure code somewhere on here. They did not. Very smooth. Light medium body. Actually, almost a light body at this point. Getting a little bit of sweet chocolate, a little bit of a baker's chocolate sort of hint. Getting some roastiness in the back. Not getting a lot of the cranberries. And I specifically let this sit out and warm up, so in hopes that I would get more cranberry, because I've seen reviews of this beer where they tell me, oh, we have maybe had it a bit too cold, so maybe that's why we're not getting so much. But yeah, not really getting a lot of cranberry. Get a little bit of just nondescript, sort of dark / red fruit kind of taste. A little bit of tartness, but for the most part, it's very much the chocolate. It's very chocolate-heavy imperial stout. Not getting any of the alcohol in the background. Feel slightest bit of warming going down, but not a lot. You know, it's not... It's a good beer, but it's not exceptional by any stretch of the imagination. It certainly does not warrant the fancy packaging. It certainly does not warrant the price. Honestly, anyone here in Nova Scotia, if this showed up in your NSLC, I would think twice about buying it, unless you really have the money to throw around. Otherwise, it's kind of a thin imperial stout without a lot of complexity. Does not really showcase the cranberry character that you would hope when you consider that it is a double chocolate cranberry stout. It says right on the box. And I know I'm sounding very negative on this, but I mean, come on. It is not all that special. I've had far better, more superior imperial stouts, fresh imperial stouts that are just bleeding out the sides with complexity and punch and just interesting flavor profiles. And this seems to be a bit of an Emperor's New Clothes almost. It's not that impressive. That being said, it's still fairly solid as an imperial stout, I guess. But it's definitely not anywhere near some of the great imperial stouts I've had. I'm gonna go as far as I'm gonna go 3.5 out of 5, so that it's like a good 7 out of 10 or whatever. But that's about all I'm gonna give it. I'm glad I didn't buy more bottles of it. Honestly, I can't see cellaring this making much of a bloody difference. I mean, this is the version in this box is aged 1 year, so this is probably as good as it's really going to get. I can't see it getting much better after another 2 years or whatever. It's kind of bullshit. I mean, it's ultra smooth and creamy. The body is almost gone on it. And there's no real added complexity as far as I can tell. I'd rather have the super fresh version, to tell you the truth. That's probably far more interesting. But at this point, there's no real cranberry. And it's kind of a mess. Just kind of a disappointment in that regard. So 3.5 out of 5 for the Winter Beard from Muskoka. Not that impressive. Really isn't. Okay, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.